Well, greetings, salutations, folks. Little late today, 5 minutes late. Yeah, all sorts of things going on this morning. I unfortunately had to run into town. Not something I enjoy doing, and pick up a few extras. So that's half the day. Well, actually, a little more than half the day gone on just getting to town and back. I literally had to pick up like 3 items. So, anyways, continuing with the greenhouse today. So yesterday I had to switch gears and I ended up starting on this burn pile instead of continuing with the greenhouse. I was hoping to get a lot more done yesterday, but it didn't happen. I realized I had a burn pile on the other side of the greenhouse and didn't want to put any plastic or get too far on it when I still needed to do the burn pile. So I lit the burn pile and then thought, well, I might as well start collecting limbs and debris laying around and work the burn pile. So that's what ended up happening. I've got a lot of still have a lot of debris laying around. It looks a little bit rough, but I would say I got maybe 70% of it on the burn pile yesterday. 70% of what's immediately around the shack. I hear ranger barking. We've had a couple wolves running around the area. I actually almost ran into them last week. So yeah, that time of the year, guys, everything is out and hungry. That time of the year, guys, everything is out and hungry. So yeah, guys, I'm trying something new today. I know the stream yesterday was a little rough. I actually have my tablet and oh yeah, well we've got what, 3 people watching. Ooh, awesome. Okay, so what shall we start with? So I realized yesterday when I put the hoops up that there's some rough edges on the hog panel. So I ran into town to get some cheap garden hose that I'm gonna line on the edges, just so when I put the plastic over and I pull the plastic taut, it doesn't get on the edge of the panel. So we're gonna try that. So do you want to just drop some text or messages in the chat? I want to see if everything's working. So send me a chat, please. Okay, or not. Okay, well, let me gather some items together and we'll start fiddling with the coop. We'll see how close we can get with the camera today. Well, hello, Ronnie B. Wonder who that could be. Anyways, hopefully we don't lose signal like we did yesterday. I tried to position the router and organize wiring today to the router a little better. So let me know if the stream gets worse when I'm standing here, guys. If we're buffering or whatever. So yeah, right on the edges over here, you can see where the welds are. It's kind of rough. And if I pull plastic over here, it's not going to be long and we'll be tearing holes in the plastic. So the idea is to just get some kind of protection on the edge here. And I thought I'd use some garden hose, split it, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just use some electrical tape and tape these little spots. I don't know. I'm all about, doing the quick and dirty way. Not dirty, you know what I mean. So anyways, I'll get the hose out, get some tape out, and we'll go from there. So I'll check text. We'll chat. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I don't know how much you're going to learn about building greenhouses today. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I got the cheapest hose that I could find to do this with, and I'm going to attempt to use electrical tape first and see, you know, how that works before I cut that hose. Maybe I can take it back. So yeah, we'll go with the electrical tape option first around these ends. Let's get a closer look. Yeah, these ends. It'll definitely tear up the plastic, so yeah. Let's try a better camera position here. Let me know in chat if there's any issues with buffering. Okay. So just gonna give the old electrical tape a try, guys. Yep. So just checking text there. Well, at least somebody's going to church. Good job, Ronnie B. I didn't do it today. Buddy suit guy, thanks for the stream. Enjoying. Well, hopefully, sir, you'll get something out of the stream. I know these streams are probably not the most exciting or action-packed, but you know, if you're sitting at home looking at a concrete wall or a concrete jungle outside and all the chaos, you can maybe just chill out with me, hang out with me in the woods, you know, dream a little. Yeah, okay, so let's see how the tape goes before I end up cutting all that hose. Well, guys, you know what? I think I'm going with the tape option as opposed to splitting the hose. You can see it's done a pretty good job there, guys. Hopefully you can see that it's covered that rough edge that we have here. That'll tear plastic. Much better. I think we'll be good. Yeah, I'm not going to split that hose. The only thing is this is not going to be very exciting watching me put tape on the greenhouse. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Enjoy the view for the moment. Anything in chat? Ronnie B is making bread at the moment. Nice. Fresh bread. I like. What kind of bread are you making, Ronnie? Yeah, I agree. I don't really want to mess up a new hose, even though it is a cheap hose. I don't want to mess it up. So it was only $8 for 50 feet. But I get to take that back now and save some money. I like saving money, guys. I'm pretty cheap. Okay. I only have to do this like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, you know. Yeah, like I'd say pretty close to 40 wrappings, somewhere around there, 48. So, good times. It'll only take 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, right. So let me know if you can hear me chatting from here, guys. How's the audio while I stand there? Can you hear me okay? Is it cutting up? Let me know. I'm still figuring out this whole streaming thing. Yes, can hear you talking, but it's a bit quiet. Oh, loud and clear. Maybe I'm loud and clear now, but I don't know. Can't really get a better vantage point, guys. Let's, I don't know, maybe try from here. Let me know if we lose signal. We're about 50 feet away from the router. I don't know, what does this look like, guys? Better, worse? It's kind of right into the sun. Oh man. I think we're in a good spot there, guys. Yeah. Maybe here, I don't know. Well, sure, I'm getting a lot of work done today. Okay. Yeah, guys, you know, one of the reasons I came out and enjoy living like this is because I can get away from technology and get away from the rat race as well. But here I am, satellite internet, phone, tablet. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, fun at the same time. Okay, loud and clear at the greenhouse. Awesome. Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna try and get some work done here. Every now and again I'll check in with chat. Oh yeah, I like it. So I don't know if I am going to have enough soil for what I wanted to do. I was hoping to do some raised beds in here, at least maybe 20 inches high, but I don't think I thought that out well enough. They're going to be considerably lower, these beds. Maybe next year I'll you know, add some height to the beds, and just you know, this year, just this is a big experiment, guys. I don't want to go too crazy with spending too much money and getting too much soil, and then things don't work out. So, you know, we'll do baby steps. Next year I'll try for higher beds. We'll just see what works. There's one thing I've learned is experiment first, learn, and then adjust as necessary, as opposed to go out and spend a ton of money and get it wrong. Here's Mr. Ranger. So for those of you who weren't watching yesterday, I'll tell you my little story about a wolf encounter last week. I get going pretty early in the mornings. My truck is parked down there about 800 feet. And usually in the mornings, I let Ranger run outside the truck. He likes to run down the mountain. And when we get to the bottom of the mountain, I'll put him inside the truck and off we'll go. It just so happened, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday morning of last week, I decided to get him into the truck before heading down, just because we were running a little late. And so we got into the truck, closed the door, and I was probably driving for about 20 seconds, not very far from here, just a little further down. And this fairly large wolf came running up the bank, up the mountain, and he was probably about 10-15 feet in front of the truck as he came up over the bank. He had to adjust his direction, continued up the mountain. And I'm really glad Ranger was in the truck that morning, because like I said, typically he's outside the truck. So I don't know how that would have worked out. But yeah, I know there's a second wolf in the area. So you know, he runs, stop him. I want him to be a free dog. And so I can only hope for the best when he's out there. What we got? Okay, Nicholas Sather. Howdy. Jim. Hey, Jim from Reno. Greetings. Thanks for swinging by. Oh, so the wire, Nicholas, that you see here is a what we call a hog panel or cattle panel. It's typically used for fencing, and these panels are 50 inches by 16 feet, and they're welded wire. So typically, like I say, used for fencing, but I'm using it for something else. This is the quick and dirty method of getting a greenhouse up, as far as I'm concerned. I have a chicken coop as well that I have done the same thing with. Actually, I'll show you guys the chicken coop if anyone's interested. Yeah, so if you guys want to take a quick look at the chicken coop, you can see how I use the panels on the chicken coop. So, chicken coop right there. Chicken coop needs a little bit of a clean out. Hello, ladies. Say hi. Say hi. So yeah, chicken panels, chicken panels, hog panels, but I have the chicken wire wrapped on the hog panels as well. I actually had a bear visitor last season try to go through the chicken wire and the hog panel. So I ended up putting this metal on the sides and building the fronts up. If you watch one of my earlier videos, I talk about the bear visit. So anyways, Same sort of idea over here. See, we kind of coming along with the tape there on the ends. Focus. Yep. I think that'll work, guys. Let's get the camera back. So yeah, yesterday's stream was, I think, about almost 3 hours. And then for some reason the stream cut out and, you know, I gave up. I had to get some work done, you know. Anyway. Okay, any questions? What we got going here? Anyone new? Nicholas? Okay, I understand. Thought it was for reinforcement or concrete. That's a smart, flexible, cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could have perhaps built something of, you know, the material that I have up here. Guys, I know it sounds like a lame excuse, but I don't have a lot of time. You know, I just come out of winter. The snow really only disappeared up here a couple weeks ago, and I just find I don't have a lot of time on the weekends to do everything I want to do. So I'm typically looking at how fast or what do I need to do to make these projects happen quickly. You know, being a one-man operation, you know, and commuting almost 66 miles a day, getting home late. You know, Sundays I like to go to church, and, you know, for, you know, 3 hours. So that's an entire day gone. So quite often I just have Saturday to get projects done, and I just don't have enough time to do everything I want to do. I'm sure that's the same for a lot of you guys, though. It's life. Just kind of do what you can, make do with what you got. So anybody who's watching, is anybody out there that's living off grid, wanting to live off grid, plans to live off grid? I can see chat right in front of me, guys. It's right here in front of me, so feel free to say something. Oh, Nicholas from Norway. Huh. Okay. So in Norway, you sink the greenhouses down in the ground, 50 to 80 centimeters, huh? We'll start the season earlier from soil warmth, huh? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think my biggest concern here, and I could have spent more money to solve the concern, was I have a lot of little gophers, little ground diggers that tunnel all around here, and I hope that none of them decide to tunnel in here when things are growing. I don't know how secure the greenhouse is going to be from all the critters I have around here. Lots of squirrels. They'll munch anything. Mice. So that'll be something I guess we'll find out about. I actually have a mole tunnel right over here, I noticed. And it's going underneath in that direction. So I don't know, I might have to start trapping moles if it becomes a problem. Oh, Gus. Greetings, Gus. What am I planning on growing? Well, I really want to grow items that have a good shelf life. You know, I've got some I'm going to do beetroot, potatoes, onions. I'm doing some cucumbers. I do have some gem squashes. Anything that I can keep on the shelf for a while or ferment and put in jars. Now, I haven't fermented any vegetables or pickled anything. I'm not a big fan of pickling. I enjoy in vegetables. So I'd probably like to ferment. I bought all the jars and some stuff for fermenting. But you know, I bought some lettuce seeds. I really don't want to plant things that and that I'll have to eat quickly. Refrigeration is an issue for me, guys. I have a small 12-volt. It's not very big, so I guess to answer your question, Gus, I'm not buying anything that'll perish, planting anything that'll perish fast. So I do have some tomatoes. I got an heirloom tomato, the beefsteak tomatoes. I enjoy eating those. I've never had success growing them. I've tried to grow them twice, but they take so long to grow. And this far north, it's such a short growing season. You need things that grow fast. Of course, I've never tried growing in a greenhouse, so maybe that'll help this year. So we'll see if I have any success with those heirloom tomatoes. I hope so. Yeah, guys, this is taking a bit of time. I know, not too very exciting. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend, a good Sunday. I remember when Sundays for me at some point in my life, many, many years ago, Sundays were all about relaxing or just having fun. Now it's how much work can I get done? But guys, I'd rather be doing this than you know, living the lifestyle I used to when I lived in a city with all that nonsense. It just seems like things have got even more insane in cities. So I was fortunate enough not to be in any major city during the whole, you know, that thing that happened. I don't want to get flagged on YouTube because I said a bad word or a word, you know. So, yeah, I think once you live like this and live out in the city, live away from the city, there's just no ways I'd ever go back, guys. No ways. There was a point in my life where, you know, making money mattered. I was money focused, but you couldn't offer me enough money to go back and live in that rat race. Zero interest. Zero. taking a bit of time. We're getting there. Well, Gus, you know what you like to eat. I hope it is a good harvest. I hope so too. I really do. I feel like time is ticking over here. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, there's still quite a bit of snow on the ground over here. Actually, just 3 days ago, we had a little bit of a snow dusting. The temperature now is probably, today it's feeling pretty warm. I think it's somewhere around in the 50s, early 50s. But yeah, I feel like times are ticking here, and I wish I'd done this yesterday, but you know, still so much to do. I haven't even started the seeds yet, guys. It's still possible to have frost in the mornings here, so I need to get the seeds in trays, and I need to get them seeded, and when they're ready, I'll bring them out here, but I haven't even started that yet. It's not a case of procrastination, it's just time and the amount of time that I have. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. I don't think we'll be tearing any plastic. Awesome. So what I'll be doing with this too is a little doorway and a support at the back there, and then I'll be running a supporter, probably one of these logs on the top over here, and then wiring everything down so it's a bit firmer and also snow proof. Hey, checking chat. Any questions, guys? Rick Bates, welcome, sir. Thumbs up to you. Well, Jim, at the end of the day, money does not buy, does stuff. You're absolutely right. Like I said, yeah, when I was younger, I was pretty money focused. I was always trying to climb the ladder, get the better job, you know, and the focus was always money. And yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit it, guys, but there was a time in my life where, you know, I was focused on name brands, you know. It was very important to me what name was on the snow jacket. Not so much in with you when I do buy something that costs a bit of money and it has a logo on it, I typically get a Sharpie and I Sharpie the logo, or I pull the tag off. I just refuse to wear anything with giant logos or brands on them anymore. I know that might sound a little crazy, but you know, I figure I bought your item of clothing. I don't need to continue advertising for you. I know I've got a little weird that way now, guys. Like there's a couple brands that are expensive but are good, especially when you live outdoors and work outdoors. There's some areas where you just can't skimp on money, guys. Us skimp on the cheap stuff because it doesn't last. But like I say, anything with a logo, I typically take that logo off or Sharpie it out. I don't know if anybody else does that. Is that just me, or are there any other folks out there that do that? I just refuse to be a walking billboard. It just seems so unnatural to me to walk around with a giant logo on your shirt. Of course, it hasn't always been like that. Maybe I'm just become an old curmudgeon, guy. Right, checking chats. Okay, what? Oh no, I'm being asked to talk about what brands are good. For me, I don't mind spending money on a Carhartt jacket. They're not cheap, but they're pretty durable. They hold up well in the woods through winter. They'll get through multiple seasons. Winter jackets are something I'll spend money on. And then boots, shoes is another area that I'll spend money on. I used to spend, $400-500 on a pair of boots. I won't do that anymore. I'm not in that in those circles of finances anymore. But Carhartt's a good brand, and I just don't buy fancy things anymore. It's usually work clothing. Even for my recreational use out here, I buy work clothing. Back in the day, I used to be a fan of Marmot. I find Marmot's pretty good if you're into like sleeping bags and extreme snow gear. It's not working snow gear, but it's stuff that really works, and it is expensive. I don't really, besides Carhartt, guys, I mean, I typically go for off-brand stuff. I don't really shop brands anymore. I just try it on if it feels good and it seems like it'll last. We don't have any Walmarts nearby, thank goodness. The closest one is a couple hours away. That's just how I like it. I much rather support mom and pop stores, family businesses. I used to be one of these idiots that spent a lot of money at Starbucks. Have my fancy lattes. I don't do that anymore. If I can support a mom and pop or privately owned place, I'll do that. Okay, checking chat. What we got? We got about 12 people watching and only a few people chatting. That's okay though. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, nothing in chat, no questions, guys. I'm going to continue doing this real boring typing stuff. Jim, still in suburbia, as beautiful as Truckee Meadows, is working on getting property in Idaho. I refuse to shop at Walmart. Awesome, Jim. Good man. Yeah, northern Idaho, guys, is pretty good. It's not very far from where I'm at. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of movement to northern Idaho in the last 4 or 5 years due to that thing. A lot of people from California, Washington, Oregon have moved up to northern Idaho. Coeur d'Alene, I would stay away from Coeur d'Alene. It used to be an awesome town. There's still a lot of good people there, guys, but it's also filled with a lot of idiots in the last few years. That traffic is horrible in Coeur d'Alene. Summer traffic around Coeur d'Alene is just to be avoided. Once beautiful little town is just become a monster real quick. Of course, Sandpoint, same thing, another beautiful little town. Has just been inundated with folks who have moved there in the last few years, absolutely ruining town. What was once a quaint little town with a beautiful scenery is now just absolute insanity, again, especially in summer. It's just not a place I like going at all. I used to 10 years ago. You really have to go to the far northern reaches of Idaho, like Bonner's Ferries, guy. And even then, Bonner's Ferry is seeing a lot of growth now, guys. Every time I drive through there, there's new buildings, commercial buildings popping up. So I don't know how long that place is going to last. A lot of good people in Bonner's Ferry in that area, for sure. I actually go to church in Bonner's Ferry. It's a couple hours away from here. It's worth the drive, though. It's the closest Orthodox church. I'd say Boise, Idaho is also somewhat lost. Any of these towns that have big schools and universities tend to kind of go down the tubes real quick. Like you put a university in a town, and all of a sudden 10, 20 years later it's a whole new place. I remember when I was a kid, I thought I knew everything. I actually knew very little to nothing. Yeah, in my 20s, I thought I knew everything. Now that I'm in my late 40s, I know that I know very little. Fastest process, guys, not the fastest. What we got here? Bodysuit guy, do you get lonely up there? You used to have a girlfriend. Do you want another one? Oh man, that's a great question. Let me ponder that. If I was able to share this with somebody, it would be 10 times better. I'd be able to do this with someone. But I can tell you what, guys, not a lot of women that want to live like this. Not a lot of women out there, especially at my age. They want their comforts. And yeah, I'd have to make this place quite different if, there's a woman involved. Especially on the hygiene side of things, let's say. But yeah, short answer to your question, yeah, I'd love to share this with somebody up here, but it'll take somebody definitely out of the norm. Okay, what else we got? Having a problem seeing the tablet here, guys. Howdy from Illinois, Droid Ian. Welcome, sir. Thank you for swinging by. Not much exciting things going on here, guys. So we're just setting up a greenhouse today. Ludwig Silva, hi from Mexico. Well, good day to you, Mexico. Nice. I think that might be the first person I've had in chat from Mexico. Ludwig, you get some German background there in Mexico. Ludwig, yes, forest fires are a huge issue here. Every year, come end of spring, summer, it is pretty dangerous out here as far as fires go. I think about it all the time. We have massive fires here almost every year. We have a lot of firefighters in this area. We have helicopter crews that are based nearby, firefighting helicopter crews. Um, things get um, things get iffy in summer up here as far as fires go. For sure, it is a danger. Lots of them. Jim, looking at Montana too, but wife has medical needs, so we'll need to balance a homestead with medical needs. Sadly, northern Nevada, like southern Idaho, is going downhill. Yeah, I am not too familiar with Nevada at all, but yeah, sadly, guys, a lot of areas just seem to be going downhill. So yeah, I would say there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of good hospitals. I won't say good. If you came up to northern Idaho and were somewhere between Bonners Ferry and Coeur d'Alene, there's several options for clinics, hospitals, medical needs. They're around here. Um, so yeah, I think the Pacific Northwest, not so much Washington, but northern Idaho, um, the northern reaches of Montana, um, let's just say the northwestern corner of Montana, some other areas in Montana are the places to be. Unfortunately, even Montana's had a lot of migration from California, and it's ruined many towns. Kalispell is another one, that great little town just a few years ago, and it's just been inundated by folks from other states. Crime has gone up, drug use has gone up, homelessness has gone up. I'm talking about towns where you never saw this stuff, or it was virtually invisible. Now those sort of criminal issues are an actual day-to-day problem. So this is the reality. Yeah, I remember the first time that I arrived in the States. I think I was 17, and I flew into New York City. And I remember thinking I had never seen so many young kids on a street, living on the street, homeless young kids that appeared to be in their, late teens or 20s. It was just weird. At that point in my life, even though I was still fairly young, I traveled quite extensively um, around the world, and I'd never witnessed homeless kids. And I arrive in New York City, and I'm like, why are there so many homeless kids on the street? Of course, drugs was the primary issue, but I can tell you that you very seldom saw that in small town America. You didn't see drugged up kids in their teens living on the street or under bridges. I mean, I can drive around this country now through small towns, small country county towns, and you see this sort of stuff going on. Even especially the medium-sized rural towns, it just surprises me how much of an issue drugs can, whether it be meth or fentanyl now. I mean, it's absolutely destroying rural America. And the more immigration we have from those states like California, it just seems to, those issues seem to pick up. I don't want to sound like I'm picking on Californians, but sadly, wherever they move to en masse, those places turn into poop holes. Prove me wrong. Anyways. Okay, let's check chat. What's going on? Droid Ian, apparently living in California makes chicks lips blow up. Yeah, I noticed that. You're talking about the plastic faces, plastic cheekbones, plastic lips. And what is it with the young women shaving their eyebrows and then or tattooing eyebrows on? It's like I see it all the time, and it looks so weird. I can safely say this because I know there's no young woman watching this stream, but like, please, ladies, please stop painting your eyebrows on. Okay, it's just, it's just weird. Okay. Jim, being around like-minded people is important. The huge problem is the cost of property getting too high. The homeless and the drug problems are perpetrated by government handouts. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into politics, but yeah, it's kind of sad, man. Uh, Clearly, when the government decides that it's going to hand out free needles, um, and that's a good solution to them. They clearly didn't think down the line when all of a sudden there's, free needles laying all over the place in some areas. I mean, I've seen some footage of San Francisco um, where, people are defecating on the streets. I know it happens in Seattle. I've seen it firsthand in Seattle, and needles laying around underneath bridges. Like, that's just one area you don't want to go in large cities anymore. I don't know. It's such a it's complicated. There's various factors in going on right now with all these issues. I mean, I can't blame the government. I would say, be careful doing that, guys. There's various factors, but I don't know. Yeah, like-minded people, people with the same values, similar cultures, that sort of stuff is pretty important. It's called a homogenous society, guys. And then when you're all on the same page, you'll find that the trust value is high, crimes are low. It's just, that's just something I've seen wherever I've traveled in the world. So, yeah, if you can be somewhere with like-minded people, similar culture, similar values, that's a good time. Oh, this is taking forever, guys. Okay. Checking chat. Yeah, Jim, people not standing on their own 2 feet, never taking government handouts in my life, even in tough times. Same here. I haven't been unemployed often, really. I can think of twice, but neither of those times did I think of pulling unemployment. That's just me. And you, apparently. Some need help, but most are lazy. Not trying to be political, just how I think. Integrity, good morals, willing to do hard work. Yeah. You know, Jim, there's a lot of us that think the exact same way. Actually, most of us think that way. But if you watch enough media and you focus on media, you may think otherwise. We literally have a small minority in this country that is running the show, and they set the narrative. So if you tune into that narrative too often, you're going to have a skewed idea or understanding of things. But that's the plan. You know, guys, I try not to pay too much attention to what's going on. I don't always succeed. Obviously, it's important to know what's going on and to keep an eye out, but you've got to find a balance of not focusing on that stuff too much, because it can suck you in and make you a miserable person. But being aware is good. Dwelling on it or letting that small minority control your thinking, not good. You know, take joy in the positive things. I'm not saying that's the case here, Jim, but you know, just for everyone, take joy in the small things. Take pleasure in the small things. Focus on those. You know, plan and scheme towards your goals. Make that your primary focus. Because things are pretty insane out there, guys. Things are pretty insane right now. Hey guys, I'm going to change the angle up over here. You know, freshen the view. Let me know if we drop signal or there's buffering issues or audio issues. I'm going to stick this over here, guys. Let me know how things are looking. Let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, how's the audio, guys? So, yeah, Jim, where we're at, integrity, good morals, willing to work hard, yep. In between good jobs, you do what you have to get by, you do, sir. Ronnie B, Patagonia. Just got here and missed the first part. Yeah, Peaceful, welcome, thanks for swinging by. The first part of this build was extremely boring and dull. It was essentially me just digging dirt, so you really didn't miss much. And the bears will eat you. Oh, don't say that. Waking up every day is a pretty damn good thing at my age, 60. Yeah, Jim, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Prepping is very enjoyable. Yes, prepping is enjoyable. I don't advertise logos either. Never cared to, but do like quality. Yeah, I let the cell phone battery ran low and dead, so I made it back. I've now have this here device charging the phone. All kinds of technology up here, guys. Okay, so we're plugged in. We should be good to go now, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Comforts are bad for you. I agree. I agree. Absolutely. Some comforts are nice. Too many comforts are absolutely bad for you. Totally. Okay. Well, let's get back on track here. Where were we? Bear with me. Okay, so 4 people watching. Okay. Good enough. Okay, drop me some chats, folks, so I can see that we're working and up and running. I'm gonna grab the tablet. Okay, back on track. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, guys, drop me some chat. So now that we're up and running here. Okay, well, no chats today, so I'll just assume it's working. And okay, now I gotta find my electrical tape. I put it somewhere. Where? Here's some chat from a few miles up the road. Okay, guys, thank you. Peaceful. A few miles up the road, huh? Oh, now you got me thinking. Mr. Mark, good day to you, sir. Stream is clearer today. That's awesome. I think it's just got something to do with the satellite gremlins. I do have a few trees that could come down that may open the sky up a little bit more for me. Basically, I have 2 trees that are very much in front of the dish. So we'll see. And of course, one of those trees, if I cut it, would come straight over the greenhouse. So yeah, that's going to take some planning to cut that one down. Chemtrails. Oh, Mr. Mark, always with the good topics, huh? Chemtrails. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to chemtrails. I try not to pay attention to things I can't control or do anything about. It is also a little bit of a clearer day today. That could be helping with the signal. Also, the phone that I'm using to stream with is an older phone. You know, maybe a newer phone would a little bit better with the. Sadly, I don't want to spend money on a newer phone. You guys have looked at the costs of phones, and I'm not a contract guy. I refuse to get a phone that I get locked into. So all the phones I have are unlocked and without a contract. I pay as you go. Oh, it looks like we lost a bunch of people when I ran out of battery. By a bunch of people, I mean like 5. Okay, man. That's one side, folks. One side. Let's try a new camera angle over here. Move sides. And I've got some heavy duty gear going on here, guys. Look at that. Heavy duty. Okay. Let's try a new location. Just perfect for your viewing pleasure. Oh yeah. Okay, Mark, what have you got for me? It says you have 57,000 subscribers. Where is everyone? Good question. Can you pan out a bit? That's as good a pan you're gonna get, sir. Pan out, but then you won't be able to see me, sir. And this stream is not about the environment. It's all about me, Mark. Me. Listen to me, Mark. Just kidding, mate. Right, let the taping continue. Anybody got any good questions, comments, observations, interesting news? Still only 5 people viewing, yeah. It's okay, I'm not really here for the views, guys. Really, I'm just trying to dial this whole streaming thing in. It seems like sometimes it can be a little iffy trying to stream. I know it could be a combination of various things. Being on satellite, atmospheric conditions, who knows? I do have older equipment, older cell phone. I mean, the router is only maybe 50 feet away from the phone right now. Here's the thing, Mark, I don't know if you're still around. How are you going to brace the sides? What can you grow in an area at this time of the year? So what I'm going to do as far as firming this whole thing up, J-Funk, thanks for swinging by. Good question, very good questions like that. What am I going to do to brace it? Well, I'm going to put an upright in the middle on the back over here, and I'm going to be doing a door on the front, also braced to the top of this, and then I'm going to be putting a beam across the top. By beam I mean a log, and then I'm going to wire everything. I'm going to wire this to the beam, and the uprights are going to be dug in, so it'll firm up quite a bit. I built a chicken coop like this. You can see the chicken coop in my other videos, but same system. Once I'm done with this, it'll be pretty firm. It won't be wobbling around, I can promise you that. So how far are you from Maine? I'm on the other side of the continent, sir. I'm on the west coast. Near west coast. Ronnie B, audio's good. That bread coming on, is it ready to eat? Bring some over. So for those of you who are wondering right now, if you're new and you don't know what I'm doing here, I'm putting electrical tape on the ends over here where these horizontals are welded to the end here. I'm putting tape where they meet because there's quite a burr here. It's pretty sharp. And when I put plastic on this and pull the plastic over, I believe that these will tear holes eventually in the plastic. So I'm covering them with electrical tape right now. Okay, checking chats. What do we got? Mark. Okay, so you're like down from Vancouver. Would that be right? Yeah, I'm not quite in Washington. I'm a couple states over from Washington, close to your country, sir. I can literally throw a stone to Canada right now. Um, hopefully, I'm not going to hit anyone if I threw a stone. Maybe Trudeau. I don't want to hit him with the stone. Oh yeah, Ronnie B. Did you use large stable attached panels to wood? Those panels aren't attached just yet. Wire them around the bases. I haven't really thought about staples. I'll attach them somehow. Haven't got there yet. I may have to take them off when I start doing the log walls in here. I'm going to be doing the beds. The sides of the beds are going to be logged, so I may take these off again just so they're out of my way when I'm doing that. And also loading it with soil. I may want these off. So J-Funk tape is a good idea. I think I've seen something similar with pool noodle to protect the ends. Yeah, J-Funk. Actually, what I did today is I had to go into town this morning and I bought some really cheap garden hose. And I was going to split the garden hose with a utility knife and then put the garden hose on the end here. And then when I got here and looked at it, I thought I'll try just electrical tape, just as a quicker, easier solution. And I think this will work instead of putting the hose on. And now I get to take the hose back and get my money back. So that's always good too. The only thing is this is taking a bit of time. Not going to lie. The other concern is over time, electrical tape in the sun does tend to gum up and get gooey and degrade. I'm not going to worry too much about that, but I think as far as protecting the plastic from tearing, I think it'll. Okay, checking chats, checking chat. Anything new? Did you see Elon's suggestion? The little snow machine. Did suggestion? The little snow machine. Sorry, Mark, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. My Elan suggestion. The little snow machine. No, sorry, did I miss something? Tell me more. Not too much, Mark. Just tell me a little bit. Elan snowmobile. Yeah, I guess some of you watching may not know. I use a snowmobile in winter to get up and down here. It's it's kind of a necessity, not a toy. And the one that I have been using is on the older side. It was left abandoned for a while, and it was kind of on its way out, and so it finally died. I have a probably an engine replacement or cylinder head replacement, big job to do, and I'm not sure if I want to do it because the snowmobile's so old. It's going to cost a lot of money, and I don't know what else is going to happen after that. I mean, it's literally falling apart. The hood is loose and the lights don't work and the dash doesn't work, the indicators. There's just so much work to do on it. I just don't know if I want to spend that money. I'm already like 2 grand into the snowmobile that's not mine and just keeps on breaking down. So I don't know what I'm going to do for this upcoming winter. I definitely don't have the money and won't have the money to buy a new one or even a second-hand snowmobile, unless I'm extremely lucky and some miracle happens. But you know, there's only one thing I can worry about at a time. So okay, checking. Okay, nothing in chat. All right, moving on. I haven't seen Ranger for quite some time. I wonder where he is. With a couple wolves running around in the neighborhood, I worry, but I'm not going to keep him locked up all day. Hopefully he has enough sense to run, if need be, run home. This is just one of those jobs that patience. Yeah, patience. Clearly not the most exciting stream once again. I think once we dial this whole streaming business in, we'll get a little more adventurous. Maybe I'll get a couple girls with hula hoops. Just kidding, guys. Sorry. Okay, well, let me check in with chat. What we got? Anything? Ronnie B says 10 of viewing on your phone. Okay, cool. Welcome, all 10 of you. You seem delayed about 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm talking and then I'm kind of seeing the delay over here. So, yeah. Oh, okay, Mark, blah, blah, blah. Where are we? When your sled died, I sent you a suggestion on what machine to go with. Trappers use them. If you go to your comments in that video, I sent you some links and you can buy them here in Canada for $1,200. $1,200. I find that hard to believe, but that sounds awesome. Thanks, Mark. I haven't checked. I'll be honest with you. I very seldom check in with comments. So I'll do a better job. I'll go and check out the comments. So made by Bombardier and Tough as Nails. Okay, that sounds interesting. Very interesting. You can find them here in Canada for 1,200. That must be second. Yeah, anyways, I'll look into that, Mark. Thank you. Okay. Where are we? Oh, here it is. Did you guys see that? So I've been having some problems with my laptop in making videos. It doesn't seem to stay on very long. There's some kind of power issue going on, whether I'm on battery or it's plugged in. It dies. Just kind of shuts off. So I don't know what the you know, if it's not one thing, it's another thing, guys. I've got a lot of video footage, but right now I don't have a means to kind of edit it. So I was really thinking about perhaps building a desktop, because a decent editing machine is something I can't afford, but and maybe if I built my own I could swing it. Not really, but I don't know. That's why you haven't seen too many videos lately. I have to kind of put them together on my tablet, which is not the best way to do video editing. Ranger! Trying to call the dog in. He's been gone for quite a long time, so maybe he'll come running. Ranger! Wait, okay. Checking chat. Do we have anything? Joseph Blowmeister, thumbs up to you, sir. Ronnie B, well, my mom asked me to pick up bread for her, and the kind she wanted was $4.99. So I told her I would just make her some. I like that, Ronnie. I like that. I'm guessing, did the bread you made cost more than $4.99 to make? Probably if you put your time into it, but I'm sure the bread you bake is probably a lot better than what comes from the store. Mark, so I'm doing housework for my wife today. OGW, got any questions for me? Oh, yeah. Tell me. What's it like to have a wife, Mark? Well, that's very nice of you, sir, to do some housework. You know, it's very important that as a team, you help each other out. So that's awesome. But no, sir, I have no questions for you. What brand of vacuum cleaner are you using, sir? Are you using planet-friendly dish soap today, sir? Oh my gosh, guys, we're on the downhill here, I would say. Taking some time. I think next, after the taping of the hog panels, we're probably going to move on to picking some logs here and creating the beds. Like I mentioned earlier on, I wanted to go with, beds that were maybe 20 inches high, but I don't think I have enough soil for that. Oh, here he is. Hey, buddy. Oh, man. Where have you been? Come here. Come here. Oh, my gosh, dude. What you been eating? And that is one. He's just full of saliva. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna go get him some water, guys. You been chasing something? Come on. Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Get some water. Water. Wait. Yeah, that is one tired dog. He's chasing deer or something. He's gonna drink a bucket of water right now. Okay, checking in with chat. What we got? Joseph, always tough when the pets are away for a while. Location unknown. Yeah, yeah, Joseph, out here. When my dog disappears for a long time, I do get concerned. I don't know if you caught my chat earlier on, but we do have a couple wolves running around. I ran into one just last week, and so I know they're out here. It also is, that time of the year where all the bears are out, and so there's a lot out there. So when he's gone for too long, I definitely get concerned. But again, I refuse to, lock him up in a fence, behind a fence, while we up here. I wouldn't want to be locked up behind a fence. So I'm definitely not going to lock him up. And we just hope for the best. So yeah, guys, for some of you wondering, I had a question yesterday. A guy was like, hey, how are you off grid when you're streaming? How does that work? You're not off grid. So I'm just checking battery here, and then I'll show you my setup, what I'm doing for power right now. Battery status. Okay, unplugging the phone. Let's take a walk, guys. Okay, so that's all the soil, by the way. I just picked up this morning, when I picked up the hose and tape, I picked up 2 more potting soil bags and two more topsoil. So this is my setup right here. You can see I have a Delta EcoFlow solar generator right there, or just battery in a box, as some like to call it. Right now, I don't know if you guys can see that, I've got it hooked up to a 100-watt solar panel, and it's showing right now I have 69 watts coming in, 69, 79, 80 watts coming in, and I'm using 45, 47 watts is coming out. So what's that 45 watts? Well, there's the Starlink router, and if we look up on the roof there, there's the dish. So that's the only thing that I have plugged into that right now, and it's drawing 45 watts. There's the solar panel. And I should probably turn this a little bit. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to give it just a little reorg. There we go. Let's move this out the way a little bit. Okay. There you go. And yeah, pretty simple setup. Those of you, who was it? Was it Joseph or somebody was asking me about the cattle panels? You can see this is the chicken coop right here, guys. And I did the same thing with cattle panels. And you can see it gets tied in once I put a door frame in and some support on the top here. And I wire the corners of the door to the cattle panel. This is wired. And then again at the back, it firms up quite a bit, guys. So I had at the most this winter a couple of feet of snow on this, so it'll definitely hold up to some weight. Not too concerned. So that's that. Let's I'm just checking on my doggo. Oh, there he is. Check this out, guys. A little tired. You tired, buddy? Looking for some shade? What is a good boy? Oh yeah, he's been running around. Oh yeah. You tired, buddy? Are you tired? Just want some shade? Get a little nap? Like, oh yeah, I love naps. I love naps. I'm either napping or I'm running. Napping or running is all I do. And yeah, for those who didn't see this yesterday, that's the new water put in. Pretty simple setup. Straight off the gutter in the tank. I have some filter fabric on the top over here. That's a window screen fabric. So pretty simple, guys. Some down trees. Got to deal with those. And then it's these 2 trees that are kind of blocking the old dish over there. Well, I shouldn't say blocking. I mean, I'm still getting signal, obviously, but I think I may get better signal if these 2 guys were not here. So anyways, that's it. How's that for a view, guys? Hopefully we're not buffering right now. Are you guys still with me? Still with me? You can see the snow up on the other side. Well, I can. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. Oh, buds, you right? Oh man, tired boy. He's a tired boy. Well, let's get this phone plugged in again before I lose juice. I think we got about 18% in it now. Get it plugged up to some more technology. You know, the stuff that I moved up here to get away from. Now I'm constantly managing all this stuff. Okay. How's that view? Better? I don't know. Okay, checking chat. Checking chat. Any questions after the little tour? What we got? Marriage is good. I asked you to send me someone with a history like mine. 10 years plus now. Good job, Mr. Mark. Marriage is good. It should be good. If it's not good, something's wrong. Right? Wish you were closer. I'd like to help out with your snow machine problem. That is why the questions. Maybe a GoFundMe. Maybe some people here would help you to get one. Yeah, I've thought about that. I don't know if I'd go GoFundMe. I don't know. You know, the sort of begging for, asking for money. I don't know. That's a weird one. You know, kind of go back and forth between that. I don't know. I may have to because I just don't know how I'm going to make it happen this winter with no snow machine. Um, if you think I don't post any videos now, if I'm walking and hiking up and down here every day, you'll never see me again. I'll be too busy just getting home and getting to work. I'll think about that though. Good suggestion. Joseph, retired off-grid homesteader here. Really enjoying seeing your beautiful homestead there. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, you know, it's work in progress, and I'm one guy, so it's taking time. Um, but I love this lifestyle. I really wouldn't have it no other way. There's no way I could go back to a city and live that life again. There's no amount of money you could offer me to go and do that again. I've realized I'm just not wired for that sort of modern lifestyle, city dweller. It just, I can't do it. So this is where I'm at, and you know, who knows? I try not to future trip too much, but who knows? But I'd like to just, this is the way I'll live from now on. Well, that was a lot of words for your comment there. Okay, any more questions, guys? I'm gonna continue and try and bust this taping out. Any more questions in chat? Nope, nada. Okay, back to work. Actually, having the little tablet is kind of handy to chat and do that instead of pick up every time. Also, I guess I'm getting old, but I struggle to see the text on that screen out in sunlight. I'm just getting old, guys. Yeah, back on the topic of being young and thinking you know everything. It's funny how you go from, well, I'm speaking for myself, guys. It's funny from thinking you know it all and having an answer for everything to like, man, I know very little. That's the joy of getting older, is realizing that you don't know everything. Humility. That's really that's the ticket, guys. You know, striving for humility, becoming a humble person. That's just something I've never pondered or even thought about my entire life, but that's where I'm at now. I don't claim to be doing anything up here that is professional or the correct way of doing it. Actually, 90% of what I do up here is probably not to be taken as the way to do it, guys. I am not making recommendations on how to do this. Well, Ronnie, if you're still around, I'm thinking about food right now. I'm pondering some warm, fresh bread would be delicious. No, to be honest with you, I try not to eat too much bread, or very little of it. I think a lot of bread, especially as you get older, is not ideal. Been a few times where I've bought loaves of bread lately. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that Dave's bread. I don't know if that's nationwide or not, but that's some good stuff. But I find I don't eat much of it, and then it kind of gets stale, and I end up feeding the last half of it to my chickens over a few days. They don't mind stale bread. I just sort of crumble it up in my hands. I do this and sort of sprinkle it all over the coop. They go wild. Girls gone wild. Don't ask me where that came from. Former life. Questions, the whole homestead lifestyle, how to do some things, how to do some things, how not to do some things. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be something you're interested in? Yeah. Early evenings, doing something like that? Let me know. Let me know in chat and in comments, guys. If you can actually comment below the video, not just in chat, that would be great, guys. I think that may help help me a little bit just with getting you know, more people watching the videos if there's more comments in the comment section. So yeah, feel free to drop some questions in there, and I'll take the time to check those comments afterwards. That still feels a little sharp. I can feel it prickly. Okay, let's check some chat. What's happening in chat? Let's hang out for a little bit. I should get something to drink. I'm a little thirsty. Okay, anything in chat, guys? Anything? Yeah, Mark. I promise you, I'll do a better job with reading the comments, and I'll definitely check into your comments on the snowmobile. That sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a delay here, that's for sure. So, yeah, not much going on in chat today, guys. Not much going on. Clearly, you don't have too many questions. All right, well, let's continue. We're almost done here. Yeah, Ronnie, but one of those generators, you're talking about the little solar generator, one of these things. I don't know if you're referring to the actual generator that I have, the gas generator, or one of these. Yeah, they're definitely handy. Definitely handy. I wouldn't say you could depend on something like that through a winter. Mind you, those do run my lights. They charge my phones. And the larger ones, as you guys know, run the Starlink satellites. So, but it's kind of tough to get through winter on them because they need to be charged, right? And in winter, if there's no sun, you're not charging them through the day, and then you're using them every night, and you're not getting enough sun to recharge them. So I found through winter I would actually pack them in a backpack down the mountain and take them to work, and then charge them during the day at work, where I had power. So, and then I'd be hiking that in a backpack back up. So that's the only downside. They're great for emergencies, but I would say a bit of a stretch, even with solar panels, to get through a winter using that kind of solar generator. I have seen Bluetti has come out with some really nice looking ones, bigger ones, super expensive. I'd love something like that. That could probably do a better job than the small ones, and then the medium-sized ones that I have. A better job with getting you further through a winter period. It all depends on your needs. You know, my needs out here are slim to none. I literally use them to charge a phone. The smaller ones that I have, I use them to charge a phone and run my lights. And for instance, the one that I'm using right now that I showed you will run the cabin lights and charge my phone for at least a week between charges. So if you're trying to run household appliances and live like a king up here with everything you'd have down in a city or your townhouse, those are not the way to go. Okay. 3 more to go, guys. 3 more to go. See what's going on in chat. Starlink here is really expensive. How much a month out your way? Nice work on the water collection. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. So the Starlink service out here costs $100 a month, Mr. Mark. $100 a month, and that is actually a lot of money. A lot of money. And ordinarily, I would not have got this or be paying for it, but I had a vehicle that I'd had for a few years, and I recently hit a deer. In winter, I hit a deer with the this vehicle, and the vehicle was totaled. So with that totaling of the vehicle, even though it was an older vehicle, I got a little bit of money, and I had a car payment go away. And so that car payment used to be $160 a month. And because of the little bit of money that I got from that totaling of that vehicle, and now the freed up $160 that I didn't have to pay anymore, I went for the Starlink. If I still had that vehicle, I would not be able to afford the Starlink. I'm like a barely month to month guy. That's not a complaint, but it's only because of losing that vehicle that I was able to, afford the monthly on this. That's a lot of information there. I hope, hopefully, you're okay with that amount of information. 2 more to go. Unbelievable. This is actually pretty easy work, guys. I'm not going to complain. It's time consuming. Of course, it doesn't help having to check chat. Checking chat every now and again doesn't speed this process up, I can tell you that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Now, usually I'm talking to myself or my invisible friend or my dog. So now it's not so weird, me just staring at the bushes and talking to my phone, I guess. If there's anybody watching me right now that think I'm insane, I'm talking to the woods. No, I do appreciate the company. As weird as that may sound, guys, honestly. Okay, one more to go. Super excited. So yeah, I got that started the burn pile yesterday at about must have been around about 3 p.m. And man, I burnt a ton of wood and limbs on that pile, and it's still going. If I cracked open the top of that and threw some more limbs on there, it'd light up in no time. Actually, I believe there's a trunk. There's a trunk at the base of that pile too that was probably burning, still burning. Yeah, I think we have till the end of the month to get our burn piles done, and then they sort of ban fires. The fire season is a real thing around here, guys. It's a constant concern for me in summer season. not having any water up here, I'm not going to be fighting anything. Even a little fire coming up here is, it's like grab what's important and run. So we hope that never happens. Yeah, we're done. Nice. We'll check chat after that. Let's give you guys a little inspection. So that's what it looks like now that I'm done. And that's been pretty painful to watch, guys. Not very exciting. There we go. Focus. There we go. All right, well, next we're going to be playing with some logs, guys. Yeah. I think I'm going to quickly grab some water, guys. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Getting some water? Yeah, I'm going to get some water too. Yeah, nice. You can drink all your water yet? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a thirsty boy. See the girls over here. Hello, ladies. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. How you girls doing? You got any eggs in there for me? Oh, yeah, I heard one of you early on. I know there's something in there. Yeah. Hey, guys, so normally it's just, you know, me talking to my dog. Now I'm talking to my phone. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to set the camera up here, guys. I'm going to get a drink of water quickly. I'll be out in a minute. Until then, enjoy the sweet sounds of nature. Oh, that's not a good view. Oh, a little too. Here we go. Okay. Okay, guys, bear with me. I'm just grabbing some water. I'll be back. Ah, look what I found. Ha! Lunchtime, guys. Lunchtime. Well, it's way past lunchtime, but it's almost 4 o'clock here. It's 3:45 right now. And I'm going to enjoy an apple. Let's sit down and have a chat while I enjoy my apple. Do we have enough battery in the phone? I don't want to lose you guys again. Okay, we've got about 20%. Let's find a good spot to sit. Hey, buddy. Oh, here's a good spot. Check this view out, guys. Yeah, nice. I like it. It's a perfect spot for me to put my butt and have a little chat. Ranger's around too. He's like, I see you have an apple, and I really like apples. I really, really do. Maybe that's a better view, guys. I don't know. Okay, well, let me set you guys up here for a sec. And, whoa, another little hole over there. I know, Ranger's very curious about, I know, buddy, you like apple chunks. Yeah, he likes it when I give him some apple chunks. Wait, buddy. Wait. Ranger, chill out. No. Okay. Hey, Sniffy Mac Sniff the run. Okay. Can't get away from all this technology. How does that look? Okay, delay. Okay, guys. Hey, buds. Okay, guys. Let's check chat. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up here and see where we're at. Okay, Joseph Blowmeister. Where are you located now, roughly? Where are you from originally? So I'm in the northern regions of Montana, originally from South Africa. Mark, off grid with Doug and Stacy, drink their rainwater with all the chemtrails. They are sprayed. I'd be concerned about drinking, even if you have a purifier. So I don't drink, and I don't have plans to drink off my roof. But I would like to come up with some situation where I can create or purify drinking water up here. Right now, I haul my water, um, my drinking water, I haul, and my drinking water for the dogs, I haul, and drinking water for my chickens is the water that I haul. So I would like to get to a situation where I can purify water here somehow. And there's ways to do it. I just haven't got there yet. It's on the cards, but right now I'm not drinking water off my roof. Okay. Ronnie B, I have real butter with your real bread. I like that. Um, yeah, Dave's bread is expensive, but it's tasty. Family plan. Sorry, mate. I'm not quite sure what AMSR means. Maybe I'm not up to I'm not in with all the lingo. What does that mean? Dog drinking water AMSR. I don't know. Let me know what that. I'm sure it's probably pretty simple, but yeah. You are cutting out. What were you asking? Oh, I'm cutting out. Am I cutting out now, guys? Let me know. Am I cutting out? Oh, guys, there's some. There's a lot of delay happening right now. Okay, so I'm here and you're still back there. Scott Wallace, hello to you, sir. Family plan. What's this greenhouse slated to be used to grow this year? Well, I'm not growing anything illegal. Okay. I am growing food though, or attempting to grow food. So, I'm trying to grow some items that are good on the shelf and items that I can, um, you know, keep for a while. So, beetroot, some pickles. Not, I'm not growing pickles. I'm growing cucumbers. Cucumbers, some beets, potatoes, carrots, onions, the type of things that I can keep for a while. That's what I'm going to attempt to grow. I did get some lettuce, but I'm not going to plant a lot of that because I'm one guy, and there's only so much lettuce I can eat quickly. And I don't have a refrigerator. I have a small 12-volt cooler, so my I don't have the ability to keep items in a fridge for long. So that's really what determines what I grow. Scott, yes, I did do my time. I know, again, guys, not very exciting watching me eat my apple. I'm just enjoying the moment. That's the one thing when you live out in the woods and you live like this, is you really become acquainted with silence. And I can tell you when I go into town or I'm in environments, let's say at work, where there's lots of people talking or things going on, for a lot of people that's normal. I find it sometimes quite intolerable if there's a lot of noise activity. I have a very low tolerance nowadays for having a lot of ambient noise. Now, I say that, but there's actually a lot of noise going on just out in the woods. It's amazing if you just sit and be quiet how much you can actually hear, whether it be the wind, the trees, birds, something's moving through the woods, distant sounds, aircraft. I mean, all these very small, minute sounds begin to stand out. And sometimes I can just sit and stare at a mountain and just be wrapped up in the environment and the sounds. It's quite beautiful, actually. I don't think I could ever live anywhere again with a lot of ambient or city noise in the background. It's just too much. Sorry, Scott, I did not notice that was. Were you in the US military? No, I was not in the US military. I did do my time, but not in the US military. Radishes. Yeah, that's something I don't have. Maybe I'll pick up some radishes. It's a good idea. Yeah, I don't have a anything like a root cellar yet. I mean, that's a project I'd like to do in the future. I'm just not there right now. Thoughts about another log house? You know, I have people ask me that question fairly often, Scott. I would say anything is possible. I would love to do another log home. I'm not saying it's out of the question and it's not going to happen. Anything is possible. And given the right situation and conditions, I'll make it happen. Now, yes, Scott, working with logs, you know, one man working with logs is really a labor of love and let's call it Herculean effort. Um, Especially if you don't have a lot of heavy equipment that you can move logs with. It really requires a lot of a lot of effort. I won't say I'm good at it. I'll just say I'm a very patient man. Building a log cabin on your own requires a bit of patience and fortitude. And you can just throw money at it, then it's easier. I'm gonna give this to my chickens. They like apples. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna put the tablet down. I'm gonna go give this apple core to my chickens. You can come along for that, and then we've got to get back on the work here because the day is actually drawing to an end here, and I don't think I'm gonna get as much done as I wanted to. With having to go into town this morning, that kind of messed up half the day. And yeah, tomorrow is Monday, so I need to start getting into the back into the work mode, commute mode, ready for the work week mode. And there's a few things I need to do. So let's go feed the chickens right now. And thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. Let's put the tablet down. See, battery's running out on the tablet. Let's battery's probably running out on the cell phone too. But let's go give the girls some food. We'll put this down here. We'll get the tablet charging. We'll get to the chickens. Hello, ladies. Oh, yeah. I know what you girls want. See, they're getting excited. Oh, yeah. Please give us the apple. We love the apple. We love it. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, greedy. Greedy girls. Take it easy. Hey, take it easy, lady. I'm going crazy, man. Take it easy. Oi. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, yeah. Treats for the girls. Actually, should we check in? Let's check in on the egg. Oh, sorry, lady. Here we go. Oh, let's check in with the egg situation. Sorry, guys. This place does need a clean up. That's for sure. Oh, it's a magical treat. Thank you, ladies. Clearly, one of you has not done their job today. Oh yeah, it's chase the apple time. Chase the apple core. Oh yeah, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine now. It's mine now. It's mine. Okay, guys. You know, I could just amuse myself for hours watching chickens. Oh. Oh yeah, sweet. Just gonna go put this egg inside, guys. Set you up. So, guys, I was at the store on Friday and I saw this nice bag of mixed frozen seafood. It had like a little bit of everything. It had some mussels, shrimp, octopus, scallops, a whole bunch of things in there. Did I say scallops? That's not what I meant. Anyways, it was kind of a mixed seafood bag. It looked pretty delicious. Pacific Ocean caught, blah blah blah, wild caught, and I purchased it. And on Friday evening, I cooked it up in the cast iron pan with some butter and some spices. And let's just say 2 days later, my cabin smells like a fishmonger's store. So, yeah, I don't have you know, like a extractor in the old cabin over there, you know, when I cook. So I just opened up all the windows too when I realized it smelled like a fish shop in there. I know that's gross, guys. Oh yeah, let's plug the phone in. Yep, I should probably check the charger we have there on the wireless. Lose this whole stream again. When that thing dies, guys, this show dies. Not that it's a show, but the stream dies when the battery dies. Joys of living off grid, guys. No battery, no stream. Let me go check quick. Okay, guys, I've probably got about 40 minutes or 35 to 40 minutes left on the battery, and so that means the stream goes down. So yeah, let's check chat. Yeah, so Mark, growing potatoes in hay. I mean, if I had a lot of hay, maybe I'd try that. But for now, potatoes will somehow go in there. Mark, you could let your chickens out and they will stay around if you're out, and then they would be safe when it gets dark, but instinctively go. Yeah, I know that's the case. I've had chickens before. Once they know where home is, they go, when it gets dark, they go home. But I haven't done that yet. Um, Maybe I'll try that coming up here in spring and summer, let them get out a little bit. But there's so much around here. I have a lot of hawks and eagles out here, a lot of eagles, and they're flying around all the time. So if the chickens did happen to get a little ways away from the cabin, and they could be gone pretty quick. So I don't know. I've thought about that. We'll see. Not much going on in chat. Very few people watching. Okay, good stuff, guys. All right. I don't know. Let's plug this in. So the idea is to do something like that. I really wanted raised beds, like maybe something this high, but I don't know. I don't have enough soil for that. Pretty small beds. So I don't know if you guys can see this, what's going on here. Just a little adjustment on, I don't know. What I'll do here is sort of come in the door and have a bed shaped like this. That way I can kind of work the bed easily, I think that'll be the best use of the space in here. So yeah, maybe I can get this too high. Too high would be more than enough. So we'll start there. We'll pick some logs and just start doing it. Because some of these logs I want to use for fencing or other projects, the nice ones. So I'm going to be a little picky over here. I don't know, guys. It's such a tough decision with all these logs laying around. I really want to keep the nice ones for something else. Oh, that fits good. Yes, I think I'll go too high on the logs. And what are you guys saying in text? This guy's insane. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, reading messages. You could let your chickens out. Okay, we got that one. I'm trying to go to try buy. I'm going to try bags for potatoes. Gorgeous view up there. Thank you, Ronnie. Okay, am I missing here? Not much in text, guys. Okay. Not any questions. Okay. Onward. We'll continue with the work. Scott, I'm building a greenhouse. A greenhouse. Yeah. Okay. And I really like these poles. I want to use something else. These poles are nice poles. Maybe not. The one's cracked, a little bit of rot in that, so we'll use that. Oh yeah. That's the height that I want. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we get to doing some planning over here and cutting. Okay. So chainsaw time, guys. Okay, guys. So I just checked the battery on the solar gen that's running the router. So, that could end up dying here in a few minutes. So, if I lose the stream, I'll probably I won't be coming back on today, but we'll try this again next weekend if you guys are around, and you'll be able to see how far I get. Probably won't be much further than this by next weekend. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm just gonna continue here as we have been. So just know that when it runs out, it runs out. Any questions? Hey, buddy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh yeah. He's a good buddy. Oh dear. Okay. So, what we got? Absolutely little to nothing in. All right, 2 watching. Cool. Let's go. I think we should get 2 back ones in. Tape measure. That's what we need, a tape measure. Wow. I don't know if I want these worms in my garden. Well, I know what wants these worms are, the chickens. Ooh, the chickens would love this. Woo! A lot of worms here for chickens, guys. Huh. I think I need to peel that log before I put it in here. Okay. Well, messages. Anything going on? Joseph Blowmeister, I built a cabin framed with fir poles, covered up with fence wire, then clear poly, like a greenhouse. Wood stove kept it warm. Love working with fir poles. Yeah, Joseph, that's pretty interesting. I've seen over the years. I mean, I've seen on people do things like that using poly. Yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you got any pictures of it. I'd love to see that. Maybe you can, I don't know, email me the pictures or drop a link in the comments. That'd be quite interesting to see. Okay, Mark, have a great blessed day. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for hanging out, mate. I appreciate it. Cheers. Ronnie B, it's been fun. Have a blessed week. Yep. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. You have a good week too. I think actually I'm just going to maybe kill the stream at this point. I've been going for quite a while here, and I don't think I'm going to get a lot done much more, guys. I'll probably measure up some of these logs. I'm going to have to do some peeling. I'd like to peel that log before I get in here, maybe even peel the others. There's a lot of worms in there, wood borers. I don't know if I want those, or I don't think they'll cruise into the garden soil, but I don't know. I just don't know. So maybe I'll do some cleanup on these poles. And that's probably all I'm going to do today. Like I said, I have to get ready for the week. Sunday evenings are kind of, you know, I've got to get into a different gear for the week, do a bunch of stuff. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to kill the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check comments tonight, maybe just before I go to bed. So if you got any more questions or comments, leave them in the comments section, not the chat, and I'll take a look at them this evening. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a good week. Stay safe, and we'll try this again next weekend. All right. Cheers.